points that John King was alluding to in talking about some of Senator Clinton's comments is there has been a lot of attention lately on some of your speeches, that they're very similar to some of the speeches by your friend and supporter Deval Patrick, the governor of Massachusetts. And Senator Clinton's campaign has made a big issue of this. To be blunt, they've accused you of plagiarism.
Right.
How do you respond?
Well, look, first of all, it's not a lot of speeches, right? There are 2 lines in speeches that I've been giving over the last couple of weeks. I've been campaigning now for the last 2 years. Deval is a national co-chairman of my campaign and suggested an argument that I share, that words are important. Words matter. And the implication that they don't, I think, diminishes how important it is to speak to the American people directly about making America as good as its promise. And Barbara Jordan understood this as well as anybody. Now, the notion that I had plagiarized from somebody who's one of my national co-chairs, who gave me the line and suggested that I use it, I think is silly. And, you know, but this is where we start getting into silly season in politics, and I think people start getting discouraged about it. They don't want... What they want is, how are we going to create good jobs at good wages? How are we going to provide health care to the American people? How are we going to make sure that college is affordable? So what I've been talking about in these speeches, and I got to admit, some of them are pretty good. What I've been talking about is not just hope and not just inspiration. It's a $4,000 tuition credit for every student every year in exchange for national service so that college becomes more affordable. I've been talking about making sure that we change our tax code so that working families actually get relief. I've been talking about making sure that we bring an end to this war in Iraq so that we can start bringing our troops home and invest money here in the United States. So just to finish up, these are very specific, concrete, detailed proposals, many of them which I've been working on for years now. Senator Clinton has a fine record. So do I. And I'm happy to have a debate on the issues, but what we shouldn't be spending time doing is tearing each other down. We should be spending time lifting the country up.
Senator Clinton, is it the silly season?
Well, I think that if your candidacy is going to be about words, then they should be your own words. That's, I think, a very simple proposition. And, lifting whole passages from someone else's speeches is not change you can believe in. It's change you can Xerox. And I just don't think. No, but but Barack, it is, because if you look at the YouTube of these videos, it does raise questions. Now, there is no doubt that you are a passionate, eloquent speaker, and I applaud you for that. But when you look at what we face in this country, we do need to unite the country, but we have to unite it for a purpose around very specific goals.